Hey fam, welcome back. On this episode, we're going to be taking Big Blue over there and the Road Owl on a Teewah beach. So neither of these vehicles have been on the beach before, so we're pretty keen to see how they go. It's sort of the first big test for Big Blue. Pretty keen to see how fuel economy goes, power, comfort, all that sort of stuff. We do have a couple of stops along the way, but we're going to be stopping in at Coffs Harbor for a few nights, and then up to Maroochydore for a few nights, and then on to Teewah Beach. So stick around, let's see how we go. So on this episode, guys, we're also going to be checking out some of the local attractions while we're at Coffs and Maroochydore and Teewah Beach, as well as we're going to get some fishing in. So Brock and the guys at Hot Tackle have hooked me up with a really nice little estuary rod that I'm keen to test out and put it through its paces and see how we go with it. I'm just teaching the kids at the moment how to pump yabbies so we can get some bait as well. I'm a soft plastics kind of guy. I like to flick lures, but for the kids, they lose a bit of interest. So we're going to try some bait with them, and we'll see how it all goes. So hopefully get some good stuff for the fishing, as well as some of the attractions here at Coffs and Maroochydore, and then finally Teewah Beach. What are we going to go and do, Rubes?
Boggin. Okay, boggin and no brakes. Zero brakes.
Alrighty, full send?
Full send.
He's upgraded.
Goodbye, Coffs Harbor. Thought we'd try something different. Amy's towing for the first time and smashing it. So if you don't hear from us after this, you'll know why. Well, we headed off from Coffs this morning about 8 o'clock. Made it to Maroochydore. It's about 4:30. We didn't exactly fly all the way here. We stopped a couple of times, get a bite to eat, stretch our legs. All in all, Big Blue's doing really well at the moment. Amy even had a couple of hours towing. Did it with ease. Fuel economy, I think the best we got it down to was at 16.3. That was on the nice highways up here, up Queensland way. The hilly stuff definitely puts the fuel economy a bit up through the roof, but so far pretty excited with how Big Blue's going. Day 2 at Maroochydore. We decided we'd head half an hour north to the Monday markets and see what they're all about. So let's go and check it out. Well, it's day 3 in Maroochydore, and we're going to head about, or we've headed about 35 minutes southwest to Australia Zoo for the day. We've been here once before, it was really good. We've got a couple of other families that are here with us today, which will be good. We'll show you a bit of what you get to see there. So plenty to do up here on the Sunshine Coast. What a day. Well, we got here at 8:30. It's now 4:30 and we're just heading home. Can't wait to go back to the caravan park, start some tea, have some cold cans. As you would have seen in that footage, we've seen a whole lot of stuff today. What did you think about it, Rubes?
It was really good to see all the animals, learn about conservation and see how we can save our planet and make it last longer.
Yeah, it is a bloody good thing because you not only come along, you get to see like kangaroos and crocodiles and elephants and all that sort of stuff, but you actually get to hear from the trainers and they talk about conservation, what we can do, whether it's a monetary donation or it's just changing how we do things in our day-to-day life, like not buying certain products or making sure we research products before we buy them.
Continue on State Route 70 for 12 kilometres.
Well, we found a nice little camp spot right on the beach. It's pretty nice. Except while unhooking the van, I didn't have my trusty Crocs on and some grubs before us have left some broken glass, and I have cut my foot open. This is why you marry a nurse, fellas. So handy to have on the team. Love you, honey. She'll have me right as rain in no time. Okay, so we're all set up now. Foot's fixed, van's sorted. Look at that view. Tell you what, we're pretty lucky to have all this sort of stuff on our bloody back doorstep. So we let the tyres down on the van and the car down to 20 PSI. So as you know, the Sport has the 20-inch wheels with the little rubber band tyres. I was a little bit nervous driving onto the beach with them, but it handled it fine. We went to 20 purely because if we need to go lower, we could. It's always a bit more of a pain in the ass when you got to pump them back up. So 20 seemed to be pretty nice. It's pretty firm. There's no real need to worry about that. Up high, above the high tide mark was quite soft, so we just stuck down low on the low tide mark. And now we're all set up, ready to enjoy a few days on the beach. Very impressed with how the Everest went. Absolutely killed it on the beach, both towing the van and just on its own. Absolutely loving it. Well, we got up early this morning. We headed over to Rainbow Beach, had a bit of a swim, play around on the boogie boards, that sort of stuff. And now we've taken the inland track into Rainbow Beach, the township, and we're actually going to have a pub lunch. I did this when I was with the guys doing the Signature Campers YouTube video, so I figured I'd revisit it with the family and show them what it's all about with the beautiful view. Well, what an arvo. We went for a bushwalk up towards the freshwater lake. Beautiful sunny weather, you know, typical Queensland sort of stuff. On the drive back towards camp, we noticed quite a large storm front coming through. Quite angry looking sky, real dark. We could see lots of rain off into the distance. The wind picked up, which is probably the worst thing. We actually struggled. We went back to camp, decided to pack up. We actually struggled to put the awning in because it was just wanting to parachute and sort of try and tear off the side of the van. But the girls absolutely nailed it. We worked as a team and got the awning put back in, packed the van up, chucked everything inside, basically hitched up. We probably should have just have everything set up and slept that night and left in the morning, but we decided to push on and leave early. The issue with that is the tide was coming in. So on the way out, we were actually going quite well. We were cruising along the low tide mark, but as we were going further along the beach towards the exit, we noticed that the water was getting higher because the tide was coming in, and I had to make a decision and go high at one point, and we got bogged. Can confirm, little rubber band tyres, no good in the sand when it's that soft and that fluffy. We moved about 5 meters in 40 minutes with 2 sets of max tracks. Again, the girls did phenomenally. Amy and Ruby were just on it. We were moving those max tracks like an absolute champion team, but not having the ground clearance that I would like in it because we haven't done the GVM upgrade yet. We bellied out on the last lot. We were so close to getting back onto the hard stuff. I reckon one more and we would have been sweet, but we bellied out. If it wasn't for this absolute champion of a bloke and his mates driving past that gave us a snatch out, we would probably still be there and probably lost the van and the car with where it was because the tide was coming in. Not only did he snatch us out, but he then drove in front of us the whole way, disconnected, but just in case we did get stuck, because we're still about 5 minutes from the exit off the beach, and he followed us, he's in front of us the whole way, and then when we got to the exit, he pulled over to the side. We went up through the exit, the third cutting exit, and it was that powdery and soft. It wasn't like that when we drove in. It was firm like concrete, but with all the traffic being not only a long weekend but also school holidays, I'd say it's just chewed it all up. And we got stuck on the exit right where we could see basically the bitumen. He jumped in front, hooked back up and got us up the hill, and away we go. So we didn't get some of the footage and the shots that we wanted to get, but we're all safe, and it just means now that we will do the bigger tyres and the suspension ASAP, so that we can enjoy all of these spots with sort of minimal hassle. Very nerve-wracking afternoon. Probably the longest afternoon of four-wheel driving I've done since I started four-wheel driving. My arms, I can't feel them from digging, and literally just driving the four-wheel drive, not having to rely on just cruising along, having to pick lines, feather the throttle, get it spot on. So this is the end of the video, guys. It was supposed to have a little bit more footage towards the end here, but given the circumstances, I'm actually kind of happy this is the end of the video because I'm exhausted. So we will re-tackle it. We'll probably do Fraser, but once the car's finished, and we'll be able to handle it a lot better. If you've enjoyed the clip, guys, give us a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, tick the little bell down the bottom so that you don't miss future episodes when they come out. Stay safe out there, guys, and we'll see you in the next video.